So as promised, I'm in New York City and I said I'd make some videos while I'm here, but I got a kind of urgent call from one of my agents and she's like, can you help me comp out a property and tell me what it's worth? And I'm like, okay, I'm at a break. And I haven't taught anybody how to comp out a property. We always talk about comping out a property. Well, what the hell does that mean anyways, comping out a property? So you're gonna write an offer on a listing and you're just expecting that the listing agent has the right price and the seller agreed to the right price and it's listed on the MLS at the right price. Well, before you write an offer, one of the things you should do is see if the home is really worth what the agent's asking. Because what if you write an offer and it gets accepted because it's nice and high and the seller has it listed high and the agent has it listed kind of high, and you write an offer at that price or maybe slightly lower or slightly higher if you have a bidding war going on. Most likely if the house is listed slightly high, you're not going to have a bidding war. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the MLS. I would love to show you how to use the actual MLS, but I'm going to try to get authorization from CRMLS or from my association to see what they say about actually showing it, because I'd have to cover some things that, you know, us agents see that other people don't see. Not like we're hiding anything at all, but there's an area where it says remarks to other agents. And that could be stuff like how to get in the home, like when the seller's not home or the seller cannot let people in the home. Things that are important to help our sellers go through the process in a smooth kind of way, because sometimes sellers aren't selling because they want to. They might be selling because they have to. So what I'm going to show you is I have a property address that I have to comp. And so actually it's in my phone, which is videotaping. So that's going to be a little bit difficult. So I am going to look at my listing first and see how I'm doing on my listing. So oddly enough, somehow, some way, my listing is showing up right now on my paperwork. And my property is listed at $399.9, and I'm gonna find out, you know, exactly what it should really be listed at. Because I originally thought $389 when I first started talking to her, but then several months went by and property values did go up. And when I comped it out again, I got $415. So by my seller taking time to list her property values went up. And then I had one of my agents see what she thought it was worth. And she said $415 to $450. And I'm like, well, I'm not that far off because I'm usually spot on. And then I told my agent, well, there's a shopping center right behind the house. And the shopping center is going to bring down value just like a freeway or a busy street would. So if you have a freeway or a busy street behind your home, that will bring down some value. So I'm going to go ahead and just for fun, redo my property. So my property it's a 4-bedroom and a 2-bath, and it's 2,050 square feet. And it has a lot. Let's see, it says lot size. I'm looking where it says it. And it says square footage and lot size and the year built. So what I'm looking for right now is the year built and the lot size. The lot size isn't that big of a deal unless you're in an association or you have a very small property where there's actually homes called 0 lot lines. And that's where your house is like slightly over and one lot line is for each side of the house. So it's kind of different, and they have HOAs, which are homeowners associations. So whenever I use an abbreviation, I'm going to tell you what it is, because a lot of us in real estate, we say these weird things and you're like, yeah, I know. And you're like, what's a comp? A comp is a comparable property to your property. So with my property, it's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. The zip code in my property, so I have to click on the property so I could actually see it. So I'm on the property. My lot size is 4,438 square feet. So it's not a huge lot, but it is a good size home. And it's a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath. So when you first look at the baths, there usually is the number of the full baths. And then if you look to the right, you'll see that it might have a powder room or a quarter bath or whatever it might have extra. Okay. The also thing, it was built in 1990, and the zip code, I always look at the zip code, is 92392. Okay. Excuse me. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the search the way I search. Now, my search is different than most people because I was an investor and I still am a real estate investor, and I flip homes, and I help people who want to be investors and who want to flip homes. I also help, of course, first-time home buyers and people that are what I call moving up buyers, people who move up or they're getting a larger home, or people that are moving down. I'm really good with distressed buyers because heck, I know all about divorces, unfortunately, but true. So divorces, deaths, marriages, having kids, all those things are going to make people want to move. So a divorce, you might have to buy out the other spouse, and they'll do that just with a loan. They won't use a real estate agent. A lot of people don't even know that they have to hire a real estate agent. I had a story when somebody came to me. He bought his house brand new, and he needed to sell it because he was in distress. And he said, I didn't even know how to hire a real estate agent. So a lot of times we take people for granted that they know what we're talking about when they don't, because they're not in our business. It's not that they're stupid or uneducated. It's just that they don't work in our business. Just like, my ex-husband was a rocket scientist. I wouldn't know how to work on the Land Rover that runs around and takes pictures on Mars. So you have to explain to people what you're talking about. So when I say comps, they're properties that are comparable. So comparable property to mine. So mine's a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom. So I want to find 4-bedroom, 2 bathrooms in the same zip code, 92392. That have sold, not that are listed, not that are pending. I want the ones that have sold in the last 3 to 4 months. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go into my search. So it goes on the MLS, it'll say search. Now, a lot of people use the search that actually comes with the system, but there's another search that I use that I won't go too detailed into it, but it's kind of my top secret thing I do. So I go into residential, I move it over, and I do create my own. And then I create what I'm looking for. So in this particular situation, I'm not looking for anything but closed homes in the same zip code. So they're closed, they're single family residents. Now we got to talk about that. Okay, so there are listing agents out there that literally put condos, townhomes, PUDs. A PUD, P-U-D, is a planned unit development. That means that they do have a homeowners association, they do pay a fee, but they're not a condo, and that's huge. You have to know the difference between a condo and a PUD. Now, I have a PUD in Irvine, California, and that PUD, literally the reason it's a PUD is because you drive up to the gate, the guard asks for your driver's license, unless you live in there, then you'll have a pass thing to go in, and the gate opens, and all homes look freaking amazing. And not only that, but we have 2 swimming pools, we have a clubhouse, we have a workout gym. You don't have to leave the compound, should we say. And that's a PUD, but it looks like and feels like a single family residence. A single family residence, which is called SFR, is not just because it's a condo and one single family lives in it, because there's agents that list condos as single family residents. That's not what they are. And that should be and probably is a violation. And if you do a violation on the MLS, they will send you notices. Like if you don't have a picture of the front of the house within a certain amount of time, depending on your MLS, you're going to get a violation. If you're not allowing other agents to bring buyers to your home and you're trying to just hoard the thing and you want the listing and you want the buyer and you want to double end it, that's a violation. We're supposed to cooperate with each other. All right. So let me go on to how I'm comping this thing out. Comping meaning finding homes that have sold in the last 3 to 4 months within 300 square feet of my property. So my property is 2,000 square feet. So I'm going to look for stuff between 1,700 square feet and 2,300 square feet that have sold within the last 3 to 4 months in the same zip code. So what I'm going to do is go in there, and I have single family residents that have closed, not that are pending, not that are listed. I'm going to look for the zip code that I'm looking for, which is 92392, and then I'm going to put in bedrooms. I will do 3 to 4 bedrooms because I want to make sure I get all the bedrooms. I'm looking for 4, but actually I'm going to put in 3 to 5. Okay, because I could subtract differences. If it has a 5-bedroom, then my house is worth slightly less. If it has a 3-bedroom, my house is worth slightly more, depending on how many comps I get. If I get like 100 comps, I'm going to bring down the bedroom size. And then I'm going to look at the bathrooms, and I'm going to put in 2+, because the plus sign will give me other houses that have 2 or more bathrooms. And that should give me a set of comps really right there. The amount of bedrooms and bathrooms, the square footage of the property. Actually, it says living area, and I have 2050. So I'm going to go 1750 to 2350. Okay. And I just messed up on the 23, so I got to fix it. 2350. So now what I'm going to do is see how many houses are like that. It says a whole bunch because one more thing I forgot to put in, the last 3 to 4 months. I also have year built. So I'm going to put in the year built. Mine's 1990. So I'm going to look at stuff that was built maybe 1980 through 2000. And then I'm going to bring it down to, I want, when did it close? Close date. So it says close date. So to get the right close date, what you're going to go ahead and do is I want to know the last 3 or 4 months. So I'm going to start with 4 months. So 4 months ago was what? We're in January, almost February. So December, November, October. So I'm going to push a little, go September. So 09, 01, 23, and then you put the plus sign so it gives me everything that sold from that time. So let's see how many houses there are now. Okay, there's only 23. Do you believe that? 23 homes, it's the city of Victorville, that have sold in my same zip code, 3 to 5 homes, because I narrowed it really way down. Now I want the best 8. So here, let's look at the results. So I hit results and it will give me what I like to look at, which is the agent one-liner. So the agent one-liner shows you one line about the property. And then what I do is I click on the part that says the price. And what I'm gonna do on the price is I'm gonna go ahead and have it do it in order from the least expensive to the most expensive. Now I'm listed at $399.9. The least expensive thing in my zip code is only 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. It's only 1,700 square feet, so it is smaller, which means my house is worth more. And yay, it's listed at $397.9. Means my house is worth more. Mine's listed at $399.9. The next one up is at $405,500. It's a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath. It is a little smaller than mine at 1,988 square feet. It's in the same zip code. Let's look and see the how it looks, because my house is a slight fixer. And this one, let's see if it's a slight fixer. Well, they have palm trees in the bedroom. I mean, in the bath. They have palm trees everywhere. This one actually is a slight fixer too. So at it's sold at 405 with a bidding war. And the problem I'm having right now is my seller, she has arthritis, but she has it all over. And she has let people know that she's not able to just let people come anytime they want. So today is Wednesday and it's in January. So I know that when people watch this, I'm in January of 2024. People may see this 3 to 5 years from now. So I want to make sure you know January 2024. And she said, instead of having people come randomly, is there any way we can just tell them all that we're going to be there? We'll have an open house for like 3 days. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm trying to see the date. It's January 24th. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So 25, 26, 27. No, it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. She wants to do this. From 2:30 p.m. to 5 p.m., we're going to have an open house. So 3 days in a row, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 25, 26, 27. She's going to be there, and you have to call me if you want to go see it. And so what I'm going to do is in the remarks, that's what the remarks are for. In the remarks, I'm going to state, seller would like to have any showings Thursday, Friday, Saturday between 2:30 and 5 p.m. Please contact agent to let you know any other instructions. So now that I did it, I knew I was spot on. I'm usually spot on comps. Now that I know that I'm spot on and I'm ready to get this thing sold, we're going to get this house sold. And if you have any other questions about listing or selling or investing in real estate or even about loans, I've only been doing this for like 40 years. so I can answer most of your questions. I hope you enjoyed this video. If I get approval to go ahead and show how the MLS how you can actually see it, I will definitely do another video on it. But a lot of my people on YouTube and TikTok are always asking me to show them new things. And I thought this would be a great video since I'm sitting here in New York comping out 2 different properties. I hope I helped you. Please comment, please subscribe, share with your friends and anybody that you know that may be interested in learning about real estate. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to helping you with any of your real estate questions.